Hi guys, you're most welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana, and if today is the first time you are seeing me, I am Juliana. You're most welcome. I'm excited to have you here. Over here, I do beauty tutorials such as hair, makeup, nails, and then skin tips and skincare tips, and then also personal development. And today, as you saw from the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing this particular hairstyle that you are seeing, and I'm going to be using Brazilian bows to achieve the hairstyle. Okay. And with a Brazilian wool, this is how the pack looks like, and it comes in 12 different bundles. I'm going to also use justlin glazee gel as usual, and I'm also going to use crochet pin like that because I'm going to be crocheting the hair into the sections that I create, and then some rubber bands that would help me for the style. First off, this is one bundle of the Brazilian wool. So when you remove your pack from the bundle like this is how it's going to look like. Then you literally just leave it onto the floor like that. And for the length, because I'm going to fold the ends, I'm not going to have a longer length. Okay, so I'm just going to measure a reasonable length, and I'm just trying to put it over here because I'm going to fold it like this so that the hair will be something like this when I braid. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. So I'm just going to measure it like that, right? And then I hold it in my palms like this and start to catch and catch and catch by the side. Okay, you're going to get used to, if you practice for a long time, all I'm doing is just catching it side by side. Okay, so I'm going to do it until I exhaust the entire bundle that I have placed on the floor. So all the bundle is exhausted, so I'm just going to cut here, okay, the fold. You see that I haven't released my hands. I'm just going to raise it and identify the hole I made from the other part, and now just fold it upside down like that and try to open up all the knots. And basically this is how it is going to look like. Then I'm going to use this comb to brush through so that it doesn't become like too blunt. You get it? So, I mean, you don't have to do much. I mean, Brazilian hair has really improved. Unlike before, it used to tangle up a lot, but now they've really improved the texture, and that is so impressive. So this is the bundle I'm going to be fetching the small sections from to do the braiding, and you're going to see in a bit. I'm going to start by parting the center of my hair using this big tail comb, and because I want the braids to be big, like I'm aiming for big braids. Okay, so I'm going to do like big parts, and I'm just going to do about 2 at this particular side, and then do 3 at the section that I have held on, and then I'll do another 5 at the side. So on top of my head, or let me say from my ear to ear, I'm doing 10 different braids or 10 different sections for the parting. And for each parting, I'm making sure that as I part, I use my justlin glazee to clean up the part so that it really stands out. And you can tell from this section I'm doing that I'm applying the gel into smaller sections for this big section that I am doing, so that the glue would really accumulate every hair or the section, so that the hair would really be laid and the sections will come out as clean as I want them. Okay, so anytime you are doing your parting, make sure that you are applying the gel to clean up the parts. It is actually not compulsory anyway, because some people don't prefer gel to be too much in their hair, but if you want the hair to be extra sleek, then you need that gel to really lay your hair down. Okay, so I'm just using the glue to section up every section that I make, and I'm using these rubber bands to also attach them. You can tell that the rubber bands are not black. I didn't have black rubber bands, and I didn't have those small black rubber bands. I had run out, so I had to make use of what I had. And from all the takeaway packs that I've been buying, I've been keeping the rubber bands. So those rubber bands are what I'm using for today. I'm still going to use the smaller bands that I showed at the beginning at the end when I'm done. So you're going to see that in a bit. So I'm just still continuing to do my sections and be as extra clean as possible. With respect to how I'm able to see my back, you can tell that I have a mirror at the extreme side. You can tell from the fire flame that I have a mirror there. I also have a mirror at my back, so I have 2 mirrors that I'm working with, so I'm able to see my front and back. I know some people have requested to see how I do my setup, which I'm going to show very soon. Just that one of my lights have spots. Okay, so I'm going to show it very soon. So over here, I was just counting my hair. At the top I have 10 different sections, and then at the back I have 2 below, 3 at the middle and 2 at the middle, and I have 7 at my back. So in total I have 17 strands or 17 sections on my head. I'm going to be working with that. Okay, so moving ahead with the braiding, with all the sections, I'm just applying the gel onto my natural hair that is popping out of the rubber band, so that it doesn't really like explode. It doesn't expose. I meant to say expose, not explode. Explode, my hair, God. So that my hair doesn't expose and it doesn't show when I finish braiding. Over here, I'm just attaching the extension. And anytime you are braiding your hair and you want to see how to, like, the best method to go by, start from your back so that you can make all the mistakes at your back. By the time you get to the middle and to the front, you would have been able to master which method really works for you. I just tried to crochet some of the pieces into my hair and braided it down, but as I went ahead, I found different methods of braiding this hair, especially when your hair is short. If your hair is long, you don't have to worry about how to braid it down because it will still hold anyway. You can tell that when I was done braiding, I just tried to equate it to the other strand so that I have equal length. And I know the sizes are not equal, but we are going to get through it, okay? Like, it doesn't hurt. We are going to get through it. Nobody's actually going to see anyway, but if you see, who cares? Anyway, so with every bundle of Brazilian wool that I use, I divide it into 2. So every bundle I divide it into 2, and then I use the half side to do the braiding. Over here, I am inserting the crochet pin into my hair and then crocheting a piece of the Brazilian wool, the half piece that I divided from the Brazilian wool. That is what I am using, different sections or smaller sections, and crocheting it into my hair. So when I crochet 2 pieces of hair into it, this is how it is going to look like. And you can tell that I have applied gel to my natural hair to make it very sleek so that it doesn't expose when I braid it down. And I'm using a part of the pieces I crocheted to cover my natural hair, and then before I start attaching other extensions or other pieces of the Brazilian wool to do the braiding down. I would say that for feeding, either you get a mannequin head to be practicing how to feed in the extensions, or you do it bit by bit when you have a free time or a leisure time, so that you can practice as much as you can. It's not difficult at all. You can be replaying for several times, and then you can be practicing by yourself, especially with the feeding. It is not difficult at all. You just have to be practicing as much as you can. And then I braid it down until when I get to the last end, then I try to twist the ends. There's another method which I'm going to show you anyway. So you try to twist the ends, and then you try to fold it upwards so that it is equal to the length of the other braids you have done, and then you wrap it together. Okay, you wrap it together, and then it will be, so you wrap it very tightly so that it becomes very secured, and then you use your rubber band to secure it, to provide extra security. Okay, so those are the colored rubber bands I am using to attach to secure it extra well. And this biscuit is so nice, guys. You are invited. It's called chocolate chips. It's so nice. That was just by the way. So at my front, this is another method. So instead of crocheting the hair into my sections, I am just straight away going to attach the extensions onto it like I am doing knotless braids. And this particular method works for those who have longer hair. If you have shorter hair, this method might not really work for you, because the hair, if you don't have a good gripping game, if you are not able to grip very well, the extension is going to pop out from your hair, like the braid is going to pop out from your hair, and you don't want that to happen. So for demonstration purpose, if your hair is longer, this is how you can do your feeding braids, and then you literally braid it down, and when you're about hitting the last end, you just twist it downwards and then fold it upwards and twist it back down. Okay, so that yes, it will be very secure, and use your rubber band to secure it. Over here, I realized that it was still not secure to my liking, so I fetched a smaller part of Brazilian wool, a smaller strand, and then I braided it around as if I'm doing a traditional threading, and then I crocheted the last tip inside the braid. Before I was confident that it was secured. So it depends on how you really feel how secured your hair is. If it is not that secured enough, fetch a strand of hair and then attach it, okay, so that you braid traditionally, and then it will be extra secured. There's another method where I'm just inserting the hair pieces into my hair, and this is actually the method that I would recommend if your hair is like mine, if your hair is shorter or your grip game is not that strong. Okay, so you insert the extension or the piece into your hair, and then you literally start attaching the rest of the pieces onto your hair, and you braid it down and attach it until you are satisfied with the size that you want for the particular braid. Okay, so that you braid it down. So this is the method that eventually I found out was very, very helpful for my short hair, but I had already gone too far for my hair. But anyway, everything still stood strong because my grip game is strong, honey. So apart from twisting it down, you can equally braid all of it together until you get to the last bit. Okay, you can do the 3 braids until you exhaust the entire hair instead of twisting a bit of it. So if you are confused with twisting the last bit or where to start twisting, just braid everything down, and then you would still be able to fold it upwards and fold it downwards again, just that the tip would be a little heavier than the one that you would twist. But either way, they will still come out nice, and you're gonna have your braid and nobody's gonna see. Unless gossips, unless I could concern for that, they might probably would want to come closer and then see how you really did the hair, because otherwise it is your hair and you do what you want, honey. So I am on the last braid, and it's the best feeling ever. This particular hairstyle took me about 3 hours to complete. It was very, very quick and easy. I think the most part that really consumes a lot of time is the parting, because I really want my parts to come out very, very neat, and that was it. It took about a whole hour, and then I used about 2 hours to complete the rest of the hair. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how far I'm getting at. I used my colored rubber bands to secure the end, and I went to do my makeup, and this is me looking. Oh God, I'm going to use my oil. This is a mixture of aryuvedic oil, chebe oil, and then I'm just trying to use it to moisturize my scalp, to give my scalp that hydration from all the tension that I've gone on. And I'm going to use this sabalon hair mousse to tame all the flyaways. I don't cut hair strands on my hair, because I'm really able to tack well. Not me blowing my own trumpet. Yes, I'm blowing my own trumpet because why not? So I'm just trying to tame all the hair, the flyaways, and then using olive oil to also provide that extra sheer and give me comfort at my scalp. This is coconut scented. So yeah, this is all that I have for you today. I hope this was very simple. Look at my parts. They're looking so good. This hairstyle is called jumbo braids with knots. Look at my back. Everything is looking so good. And then some of the rubber bands, a bit it's a honor, but I mean, some of the rubber bands are exposed, but no problem, because I mean, yeah, it is ours. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and joining today. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to do this style. This style can actually fit every occasion. It actually attracts a lot of attention. So if you don't want a lot of attention, I won't recommend. But if you want to be extra and spicy, go for it. Okay, so do check me out on Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to see you in my next video. Check out my other hair tutorials. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.